Hello, Mr. Swineford. As you know, here at Stop Teen Bullying, we are dedicated to providing great resources and content to bullied teens in the community. Since the website redesigned 5 years ago, we've expanded to reach many more communities, schools, and anti-bullying events. The new site looks great on any desktop computer, but when viewed on a mobile device, it's rendered unusable. Before we dive into it, why should we even care about our mobile site? Because in the next 3 to 5 years, mobile browsing will likely outperform desktop browsing. There are over 2 billion mobile devices browsing the web globally today. Let's take a look at what we have for options in terms of making our StopTeenBullying.org site more mobile friendly. 1. A mobile application. 2. A dedicated mobile version site. Or 3. Implementing responsive design into our current site. What do each of these mean? What's the difference? What are the pros and cons? Let's get into it. First of all, we have mobile applications. It's likely that you already have the Facebook app downloaded onto your iPhone, which is a perfect example of a mobile application designed to provide the user with a seamless mobile experience. When the smartphone first came out, everyone wanted to create a customized mobile app for their site. What people didn't realize is that they are expensive to create and also create an additional step for the user where they need to install the app rather than casually just browsing. It works for companies in some cases like Instagram or Twitter who rely on mobile as a major part of their strategy and value add, but a site like Stop Teen Bullying does not really need a dedicated mobile app. The second option available is a distinct and separate mobile site. The site requires completely different code and separate content, even a separate URL sometimes. These sites often display only the most relevant information, are very simply designed, and are not as cluttered as the desktop version of a site. You can see in this example, CT Medical's desktop site appears very squished on an iPhone screen, while its dedicated mobile site has a simple navigation buttons for the user to choose from. This example of a Domino's mobile site also has less options in text and is definitely designed with the on-the-go user in mind, with the GPS store locator, ordering from the menu, and tracking your order's arrival. The third option for our mobile site design strategy is responsive web design, which acts as a method, not replacement, for a mobile strategy. Responsive design uses the same HTML code with CSS tweaks to determine the size of the device and adjust the site layout accordingly. Your site will appear nicely on a tablet, desktop, or smartphone. This sounds perfect, right? Well, there are some cons for this option. First of all, if you want to display different information and options on the mobile version, like Domino's does with the GPS locator, then responsive web design is not the option, as it would display the exact same information on both sites. Also, load times are slower, so sometimes videos or images don't adjust properly. Not all advertisements adjust correctly either. Finally, it's not easy to manipulate CSS to get the exact desired effect, so hiring an outside person or contractor would likely be the best route to go. Before we jump ahead and make a decision, let's take a look at what some of our other similar organizations are doing. As you can see, End Cyberbullying, StopBullying.gov, and Stop Bullying Now Foundation all have great desktop sites, but on mobile devices they scale down to tiny, nearly illegible text. On the other hand, Stomp Out Bullying does a great job with implementing a responsive site design. On a mobile device, a drop-down menu is up front for users to navigate to their desired page. You can tell their site is using responsive design because it also resizes when you shrink your browser into a smaller window on a desktop. In short, responsive design is a philosophy that strives to make a great-looking website that translates across devices with the same content. Whether it's a desktop computer, a tablet like an iPad, or a mobile device, the site will adjust to fit the screen size and still look great. While you are, of course, the final choice on this, my recommendation is that responsive design is the best mobile strategy for Stop Teen Bullying. Because we promote the same content on both our mobile and desktop sites, it does not make sense to spend the time and energy updating content for the separate site. Having one responsive site will save time and money in the long run as we grow and expand. Finally, I've spoken with our web designer from 2009, Web Inc., and they are willing to update our site to become more responsive for an affordable rate. I appreciate your time today, Mr. Swineford, and I am happy to take any questions in the future on our mobile strategy. Thank you.